Good morning. I'm going to show you how to create the symbol for a subpanel in Autocad Electrical. I already downloaded the DXF drawing from Hoffman for the panel. It usually comes with the front view, a side view, and a top view. So what I usually do is, this is the correct procedure for doing it. First, you need to use the block command to block the side and the top view. I'll explain this to you later. It'll make sense. So usually I will put in the part name, which is A84 PM40 right _ right. Pick your point. This is your insertion point. I usually pick the bottom edge of the enclosure and then select objects. It's just like it's making a normal block, that's all. So redefine it. I already did it before, but I'm redefining it now because it was already in there as a block. So now you have a block for the right side. Now if you run the block command again and do the same for the top, usually I just call up the right one and then change it to top. It's easier than typing it all in again. Pick point on the top. I usually pick the upper center and then select objects. Okay, so these two now are blocked, so they're individually blocked. Now for the front panel, this is the one that's going to carry all your information for AutoCAD Electrical. So you don't block this one, you use the command symbol builder. So if you click on symbol builder, it shows up almost the same as the block command. You will select your objects, which is all of this. Right click to get out. Pick point. For subpanel enclosures, I pick the bottom left corner. So what I usually do is I will reference this. If you just hold it on the corner, it'll draw an imaginary line out to here. And then if you pick on this one too, most of the time it's smart enough, it sees your last two. You click that, that is the actual bottom left corner. So once I pick that, I have the object selected, I have the pick point. Then you come over here to the symbol and you click on panel footprint. Okay. Also, before you go, you need to make sure your library path is pointing towards your NFPA library. If it's not, you need to browse here and go and find your library. On mine, it's on my C drive right now, but in the future, it'll be moved to whichever the network drive is. But it'll have the same folder format to it. So once you pick panel footprint, this you don't need to worry about. You just hit OK, and it takes you into the symbol builder. Now in the symbol builder, you have to add these attributes. This is how AutoCAD tracks your part numbers, knows what block to put in, all the other information. So usually I'll come over to the attribute side, and I will type in the manufacturer name and the category number, which is A84 PM40. Okay, and then I'll put that in sometimes. Something you can fill this in. As long as the panel you're putting in is specific to one part number, then you can fill this information in. If it happens to be, if it can be used for multiple part numbers, sometimes parts are like that. You can use the same like PLC card for multiple PLCs. So you want it put in a specific part number for that one because it can be different part numbers. So, and lastly down here, there's WD block name. You need to hit the drop down here, and the code for panels is EN, which is short for enclosure. So you'll put that in. Then you need to come through here. This is your panel tag number, assembly code. Hold down the control key and click assembly code. I messed up. Panel code, assembly code, installation, location, W block name, and FP and P item. Right click, hit insert attribute. These I usually put right up on top, centered on top. you're not going to see them. They're all set to be invisible. So they're just there to hold the information. Then I will take manufacturer and catalog number, and I will insert them on the bottom corner, bottom center here. And then description 1, 2, and 3, I will also insert down here. I try to line them up because if you ever want them to be visible, you want them to stand out. See, down here there's an invisible in the properties. You have an invisibility attribute. So right now I'll set that to yes. That way none of this text shows up. It's all hidden. So after you do this on the panel, that's all the information you need. So if you hit close block editor, under symbol name, you will put, I put the enclosure name underscore front. So this would be A84 PM40 underscore front. That's going to be the name of your block. Then you'll go to the file path into your library under panel and your manufacturer, which is Hoffman. There should also be subpanels. You'll hit OK. That's where it's going to store this. You'll hit OK. Ask you if you want to insert the symbol. Hit yes. Hit OK. And you can insert your symbol here. Now this is what pops up now that you created the symbol. It's looking for this part number in your catalog. It's not going to show up yet because we haven't added it. So you need to go into catalog lookup. And in here, it's not showing up. So you will go to the pencil over here to add a new catalog number. So here you will click in and add your catalog part number, manufacturer, Hoffman, subpanel, 84 by 40, steel, white. Type, steel. A lot of this stuff is redundant. Bent, miscellaneous, white, and that should be enough. Sometimes you'll click on you got to pick on this accept changes button for it to take. Sometimes you click on it and it'll tell you need more information. If it does, just fill out whatever field it's looking for. Okay, so now it took this one in. Now I double click this, it added it here. So when I hit catalog check, this is what's going to pop up in your BOM. Okay, so you hit OK. So now that information is tagged to this block. Now what I do is I usually put a line on this old one that's not the correct part now, and I will delete this. Then I will grab this by the same location that I just tagged the other one with. I will hit move, click on here, and I will put that where the other one was. Now it's all aligned with these two pieces. So now you have all the right parts here. Now what you got to do is type in, you have to W block it. You type in W block, and now you have this screen pop up. Now all you need to do here is pick point, which will be the same point that you had before. You want to reference these two and click that. Okay, so now there's your reference point where it's going to put this in. Select objects. You want to select all three of these. Now you want to put this in the same spot as you did your other, the one for the front that you created. So you're going to go into your Hoffman library under subpanels. If you hit date modified, your front will pop right up to the top. So I usually click on this so it's down here, and then just change front to assembly. And then save. Now you hit OK. Now it has all three of these in as an entire assembly, with this one carrying all your AutoCAD information. So, and now the last step you need to do is you need to go to Panel, Underneath panel, there's this other tools drop down, and this little icon here is your footprint database editor. You will click on that, and you want to edit existing table for this one because I already have the Hoffman library. If it's for a manufacturer that doesn't exist yet, you'll hit create new table and give it the name of the new manufacturer. But right now, edit existing table. Here's all your existing manufacturers. You will click in Hoffman, and these are all the subpanels I've created so far. So here you want to hit add new. You'll come here, you'll put your part number in, PM40. If there was an assembly code, which I will get into later, you would put that assembly code in here for the specific part you want it to be. This also takes wildcards. So let's say that you had the same footprint for something that was 40 or 42 or 50. If these numbers were all the same, you could just put in a asterisk here, and it would cover any characters that are different after the M. They would all be covered by the same name. But right now, this is just applying to 40, so I'll put that in. And now your footprint block name is going to be the one that we just created in the library. So it's the assembly. Now, you go in here, hit date modified, assembly pops right up on top. You'll click on that. It's looking right for this now. Now this is a trick I didn't learn for a while. That assembly has 3 pieces in it. As it is now, it's going to import them all as one block. All 3 are going to be one block. That's not what we want. If you add an asterisk to the beginning of your footprint block name, it explodes that block when it inserts it. And that's what we want, because it's going to explode it, and now we're going to have those 3 pieces separate again. So you're going to have your front panel, which contains all your Autocad data, plus you're going to have the side and the top, which are just blocks. And those, if you don't need them, you could just delete them, and it doesn't matter. But the front panel carries all your information. So that one you want to keep. So always add the asterisk if there are blocks and a symbol together. If there's more than one piece in there, add the asterisk to explode it. Okay? Down here, you can put in a comment, whatever you want it to say to help you see what it is when you're looking for it. 40 white. And then hit OK. You'll see it's here. You hit OK. This is done. It's created, no problem. Now, when you go to put it in a real drawing, you can just look it up by catalog number, and it knows to put this block in. It knows to explode these 3 pieces so they're not all together, and it tags all the catalog information to it. So you can close this now. You don't have to save it. And that is it. I will show you just to, if I open a drawing and get out of there, I can delete that. Now if I want to go and insert that block we just created, I will go to icon menu from the panel page, go to enclosures. Right here you can type in, you can either type it in or you can go and look for it. I'm just going to go and look for it for catalog list. You go in here in Hoffman. I'll type in Hoffman. There's the part number we just created. If I click on that, hit OK. Look at that. It grabbed it. Put it wherever you want. Usually I put it at 00. Catalog information is already attached. Give it an item number. Hit OK. Oh, okay. So now, and you'll notice that this is separate from these two. These two are just blocks. This one and this one. They're dumb. They have no information in them at all. See, if you right click these, this is what pops up. It's just block modification menu. If I click on this and right click, I get this. That's what tells you it's a smart block. It carries information. It's AutoCAD Electrical Smart. And then you can click on edit and go in here. You can change it. Put your tag name in. You can link it to a schematic tag if you want. All that good stuff. So, okay. So, and that's it. That is how you create a subpanel block in AutoCAD Electrical. So, thank you.